What's up, rockers? Vegas Rock Goddess here on the rocks. Total entertainment. That's for you, Jeff Young. Today, I'm actually interviewing an amazing band from New Jersey. Seems Like Tuesday. This is a great band from the New Jersey area. I've heard a lot of their music on Spotify. They're spending a lot of time in the studio right now, getting ready to record a full album. So we're going to talk to them about that as well. And hang tight for some good conversation. Let's let them in. Seems Like Tuesday. Hey, Erica, how are you?
Good. How are you?
How's it going?
It's going. We are extremely busy.
I know.
This is Steve, my hubby, our drummer.
How you doing?
Thank you. I'm a huge fan. It's funny how I came across your music via TikTok.
Really?
Yes. And
Okay.
I am like, I always look for great hot bands with a great sound. And I couldn't stop watching your video. And it kept coming on my For You page, of course. And I'm like,
my God.
I think this is serendipity of some sort. So that's why I reached out to you, because I really want to get the story of your band.
Sure. We appreciate that.
Your voice is so soulful and powerful.
Thank you.
I think your band live is amazing, but you sound great on record as well.
Thank
So
you.
let's go back to 22 when you guys started this band, Seems Like Tuesday. Give us kind of a synopsis on how you guys got together with us.
Sure. Absolutely. So Steve and I, and a couple of our other band members, we're in the cover world. Steve and I are actually in a cover band. We play pretty much every single weekend, weddings and down the shore. And, we decided that it was time to be creative again and work on our own music. And I'll let Steve continue because he is the master behind getting all of us together.
Yeah, like Erica said, we were doing a cover band, and it was just got to the point where I was like, we'll do this and we'll make the money and play the big places. We do all the casinos and stuff like that, but we wanted to do something for ourselves. So our first call was to our bass player, Chip Michael, and I was in a band with him a while ago, and we have a very good relationship. And I think the first thing I said to him was, I want to put a band together. I want a male and a female front person, so they can kind of go back and forth like get Jefferson Starship, Fleetwood Mac sort of thing.
Right.
And we grabbed Billy Zioli, who's the other singer, guitar player, front person, and then we grabbed Pete McGregor, who was the guitar player in the band. We set out to do something like like a multi-vocal attack kind of thing. And also, just play with good quality people. Like, everybody's got their life together in this band. There's really not that much drama, or nobody's get their head in the clouds, no lead singer disease, all that kind of stuff. So we decided to do that. And the writing came about very quickly because everybody writes in this band. And before you know it, we had like 8 songs, and we were like, all right, we need to start recording these. And we brought a producer out to one of our shows. He signed us on to his deal, and then got us on to Cambridge Sound Studios on their team. And we released 3 songs so far, and we got 1 more coming up, which should be end of September or early October.
Yeah, so because what I've heard is amazing. Like both of these songs, Beautiful Day for a Broken Heart, that is an amazing tune.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I actually wrote
So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tell her the story behind the song.
Yeah. Let's hear the story behind it.
Yeah, so you could kind of, if you listen to Looking for a Heartbreak also, obviously, you're going to see a theme here. The girl's actually looking to get out. And then once she does, it's a beautiful day when really you should be sad, but she's ready to just conquer the world.
I
So,
feel like you wrote that song for me.
yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But anyway,
Yes.
and Lies and Alibis. I know that's you. Your husband, right?
No,
So-
yeah, I'm her husband, but
So Lies and Alibis was Pete McGregor. So our
Okay.
guitar player came in with that. And then Billy and myself wrote the verses, the pre-hooks.
Okay.
And then for the choruses, didn't you have something to do with the choruses?
I just said when we were writing it, I was like, that one, we needed a working title. So I was
Right,
like,
right.
Alibis.
Yeah.
Then the
Yeah.
song just kind of came together.
Yeah.
Actually, the 4 songs that we put out, well, the 4th one didn't come out yet, but when that comes out, it's going to be almost a conceptual EP, just
Okay.
about the ups and downs of a relationship. And it's a story. All the songs kind of intertwine to each other. So
Like
it's
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
Sure.
our last one is pretty much, the guy now thinking and kind of regretting having all of that shit happen and go on. Like,
Right.
he's thinking back, like, I should have said this, or just to give
So
you.
if you read it, it's kind of like almost like a soap opera.
Okay.
Once you put all the 4 songs together.
But you know what though? That's really what the trend is right now. With original music. A lot of the bands I'm talking to, they have conceptual
Yeah.
material, which is great because I know you come from the cover band world and I get that, but you know as well as I do that people are hungry for original material. And now is the time. You guys, your timing is amazing.
Well, it's good to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't feel like that, because we're like pigs in shit over here when we, produce something and it comes out great and the mix is great, the master is great. And again, I'll mention it, we all work together musically, we arrange everything together. If we don't think, if we think something sounds off, we're like, let's change it to this. So we all do work
It's
together.
collective. Yes, for sure.
That is exciting. That is what really makes us happy. But, we as a group still kind of struggle with, getting into places and, being able to perform our songs live. It's very difficult with the original stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you're not alone though.
Yeah.
The industry right now though is kind of starting to flip. I'll be honest with you. They're looking at long term now because a lot of these trends that are coming back, late 70s rock, early 80s rock, is making a comeback.
Sure.
And like I said, there are people out there that are hungry for original material. And it's hard for a lot of bands such as yourselves to get that original material in front of people. Yeah, you can play cover tunes and get booked solid, but you can't throw in an original tune because you're in a situation where you have a group and that's it,
Yeah.
But it's good to see you guys back in the studio and really kind of keeping that dream alive. Now, have you guys been playing out with the original material as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, it's been successful. I mean, we have followers now. We actually just played on the 18th at Berlin Brewing Company in New Jersey. Steve actually put a killer show together from start to finish. Ed and Michelle Seacrest, I have to give them a shout out because they were amazing hosts. They actually own Berlin Brewing Company. We had about 5 bands. And was Pete a 6th, or Pete was included in the
Pete
5
was
bands?
included,
Okay, so
yeah.
an acoustic act, and then 4 bands, including us. It was great. It was packed. Everybody was so happy.
Everybody
it was
supported
great.
each other. The bands around here that do play originals, it's a family kind of an atmosphere. I know you had Monte Carlo on your show.
Yes, Dan
Yeah.
Parcells. What an amazing
Yeah.
Monte Carlo, an amazing band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rat Rod, another amazing East
well, they
Coast.
were on the bill with us on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
saying.
great.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there is some amazing music coming out of New Jersey right now,
Yeah.
Philadelphia area. I mean, incredible.
Yeah, and
Because I'm
they're all our friends.
yeah,
Everybody.
I'm originally from Chicago, so I have the hometown roots, and I totally get it. You
Sure.
know, like I was telling Dan when I interviewed him as well, it's getting out of your city and playing outside of the comfort zone to people that aren't exposed to your music. And that's the toughest part is getting
Absolutely.
out.
Absolutely. And that is my goal. I think I could speak for all of us. That's pretty much our goal. And this is like my tagline, to expand our footprint. I want to be able to play somewhere else other than Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
Right.
We had just signed with Big Records the beginning of June. They're helping us kind of navigate that process, trying to hook us up with good venues, good arenas to play. So we'll see how that goes. It's a work in progress. It's hard, but we're definitely making some progress on that. So hopefully we'll be able to, within the next coming year, we will definitely be in another city, another state.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a great goal. And let me tell you, being on TikTok is the #1 priority for your band, because you are getting a lot of traction.
Yeah.
Putting For You in is great, but I'll tell you right now, put in Rock For You,
Okay.
put in Metal For You. You're going to do those extra hashtags because it's going to get you exposed to a different element on TikTok.
Okay. Thank you.
Great, because those people are going to be exposed to see you live.
Yeah.
They might not be in that New Jersey area or, Philadelphia area. And they're, wow, I want to see that band live. And keep it up, because that's what people want to see. They want to see live footage. They want to see behind the scenes. Like if you guys are writing a song in the studio, like do a quick little TikTok tonight and drop it. I'm serious, because people want to, oh, wow, they're in the studio already. They want to see that interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are the real deal. You're making it happen. There's a lot of bands out there that are just sitting around waiting for the deal. You've got to make it happen.
For sure. I agree with that. I think the good thing is too, combined, we have 5 kids. It really helps that they're super young and they're in the know. And we're kind of grateful, while we hate, or I'm not going to say hate, while we dislike the social media at their age and kind of what they're exposed to, we're kind of grateful for them like pushing us. Like, you guys should be on TikTok. We're like, no, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
But you have to be.
But
Yeah.
and we've been getting some good feedback. So
yeah, like I said, a lot of the bands I work with, I discovered on TikTok, believe it or not.
wow.
It's amazing how this platform has taken it from being kind of weird and kind of like, I don't know if I want to do this, to, yeah, let's do it.
Right.
And that's what I love about it, because it shows your style. That live that you actually dropped when you were in that club. Your voice was so powerful. You totally heard, every note.
Yeah.
I love your voice.
Thank you so much.
I always say she's like an R&B singer in a rock band.
Yeah.
That sounds to me very soulful, very rich.
I've never been, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Growing up, my dad was in a band. My uncle was in a band. They all played guitar, the bass. I wasn't super, because in my growing up, I had like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, that's who I had. While they're great, they were super great to look up to and admire, once I had my hands on, you know, we talk about Huey Lewis in the News, Pat Benatar, Joan Jett, like all bets were off, you know, and I'm like, this is really what I want to do, but I never had an opportunity to do that. I was always in a cover band or recording, you know, on R&B tracks.
Right.
You know, so I'm kind of
I
happy.
brought her to the dark side a little bit. Yeah.
It's funny because when I first heard your music blind, this is like right before I started seeing you guys on TikTok. The first thing that flashed to my mind, don't yell at me, but the first thing that when you were singing was Quarter Flash. Do you remember the band Quarter
Yeah.
Flash?
Yeah, we've gotten that before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her voice, I'm like, I almost had to take a double take. I'm like, wow, that sounds like the lead singer of Quarter Flash.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have that combination of soul and rock and R&B, and I mean, just amazing.
Thank
you
you.
do a
Thank
lot
you
of
so
the
much.
you do a lot of runs, like R&B runs
Yeah.
in your voice.
I do.
And you could see where your background is.
Right.
But yet you could tough it out too. So it's the
Yeah.
best of both worlds. You know, we're lucky
Oh
to
yeah.
I give a lot of credit to him. He has definitely given me the balls that I needed to actually get into this type of music, because I'm very, you know, I can't explain it. I just never really had the opportunity to do that. And he pushed me. He gave me that extra oomph that I needed.
But you know, I don't like to do descriptions of any kind of bands or music labels or anything like that. But you're definitely rock and soul, you know, and it's going to be wonderful to watch this band evolve into an amazing rock band. And I can't wait to see you guys. Like, I'd love to have you in Vegas, because Vegas would be a great market for your band.
Just let us know, man.
you can book us a gig, we'll come.
But
Yeah,
I mean, I'm anxious to see you guys get, like I said, get out of New Jersey and kind of play some other states. I mean, Chicago's a great town to play, and you guys are not that far from Chicago.
No.
There's some great venues out there, Reggie's. You've got the Forge in Joliet. I mean, so Nashville. Oh my gosh, Nashville, you guys would kill.
That's on my bucket list.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I just was there a few months back for a rock and pod fest where I met independent bands and artists, and just it's an amazing town for rock right now. There's so much talent between the East Coast and Nashville right now. It's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's counting down to these.
Right. So what are some of your influences vocally?
You want to go first?
She said vocally.
Oh, sorry. So Connie Francis, I have to give her a major shout out, because I grew up listening to her just with my grandmother, and you know, I was kind of brought up with her. Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Etta James, Billie Holiday. I mean, there's so many singers that I was exposed to due to my grandmother. My dad's mom, and as I mentioned, my dad was a bass player. She sang everywhere. And I admired that. And I always said, I'm going to be her someday. You know, she would kind of cart me around different places, and, you know, this is my granddaughter and she's a singer. And they're like, well, does she sound like you? And she'd be like, sing. And I'm like, oh God. Okay.
Hey, that's how some of the stuff happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, she was relentless at times. You don't want to hear my granddaughter? But I was able to really see what she did and watch her. I watched her every move, from the way she held the microphone to the way she interacted with a crowd, you know, and that really helped me.
So she would be your biggest influence.
She would be, yeah, she would definitely be my biggest influence.
Or you should say her name, because it's a
Victoria Gagliardi, God rest her soul.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Just amazing. Amazing.
So what are the other influences for this band? Like, what do you guys prefer? Like 70s rock, 80s rock? I mean, how would you, a
I
little bit
think
of
you can
both?
hear, I think you can hear a little bit of everything in our songwriting. I originally I came from all the 80s metal bands, the Iron Maiden, the Ozzy and Rat, all that kind of stuff. Then I got really into like funk music, and I actually went like backwards. I got into the 70s and then I got into the 60s. So I went backwards in life. And I think the whole band is kind of like that. I mean, everybody has rock roots, but like you hear influences coming from everywhere. Like our singer Billy, he has like a little bit of a country thing to him, like more of a rock country, but you hear some of that like maybe early Eagles kind of thing. You
Mhm.
hear some of that like little bit of folk in some of the stuff. And then you know, our guitar player Pete, he's like a Frampton guy, or you know, like so
Yeah,
you hear a lot of different stuff, different things and influences when you hear us play. I think we definitely pull from everywhere. We're not, you know, we're this. If it's a good song, we decide to play it. And everybody writes in this band, so everybody gets their little bit of love in there, you know, their
right.
where they come from. So
So do you guys plan on doing a full record, or is this just going to be an EP?
Um, we're definitely going to put out an EP of some sort. We're probably going to put out some physical copies, and then you know, have a streaming thing going on or something. So we're actually in talks of that right now. But yeah, we put out every song we put out a video for. So we have 3 out right now with 3 videos on YouTube. So that's the recipe we're going to continue to do. The next one's going to come out. We're going to have a video for that too. Then we'll put them all together, put out an EP, and then start all over again. And that's pretty much what we're doing. I think we release a song like every 2 or 3 months. So we basically get as much as we can out of it, but yet stay relevant instead of putting out a 10-song record and it has a good week and then it just dies. I'd rather give you a song every so often and just keep you constantly staying in your face,
Right.
doing it that way. That way there's no lull and you don't lose
Yeah.
a crowd, you know. So
And
that's what
that's the trend, really. That's the trend with 90% of the bands that I've talked to. It's a slow increment of music. So that way it does keep your interest. And yeah, you continue to follow the band, which is great.
I
yeah,
think the videos really help too.
Yeah.
well,
You know,
Your
I always
visual for sure helps.
yeah,
Yeah, I always say people listen with their eyes. Yeah, yeah. So you want to see something, some sort of some visual when you're listening to a song. I think it really helps. And if you have a good video, they might come back just to watch the video again. They might not like.
right.
Right.
So we're trying to hit them on all cylinders and just hopefully they like. If they like the guitar solo, I'm cool. As long as you like something, I think we're doing our job on some level.
Yeah.
Um,
And you got your band has a lot of energy. So
yeah, yes, it
even
does.
those short little clips, I mean, I got a lot of energy from you guys. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's important, and I can't wait to hear this new material.
Oh, it's going to be really good. Our next song, she was this, actually we're going to the studio after this interview, but
Right.
she was in there yesterday and, I wish I could play that for her, but she literally did like 40 vocal tracks, like every possible thing you can do, an octave, a fifth, an eighth, whatever. She did them all. And our producer was like, well, she's on a roll. I'm just going to keep on going. So she kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And there's like 40, 50 vocal tracks. I mean, we ain't going to use them all,
Right, of
but like
course.
possibilities are endless because she can literally do anything. Like,
But see,
and
that's great.
quick too. It's not like you get to sit there over and over again.
But in my head, I'm thinking to myself, don't get rid of them. Like save them for a rainy day.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
that was,
Because
you know,
yeah, you never know. You
you
might be
know,
working on a
absolutely.
song and you need that vocal and you can't get the vocal right, and then you're gonna dig into that and you're gonna add that and yeah, make it tweak it,
Yeah,
make it work.
for sure.
Yeah. So the next song is going to have, it features our singer, Billy, the male, singer, like in Lies and Alibis, had to go back and forth.
Yeah, I
It
love that song.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
It's going to feature Billy, but there's a ton of Erica all over it, like all the harmonies and all the
Right.
mood behind it and all. It's we have a lot of faith behind this one also, and hopefully it keeps our audience and gets us a new one too.
Right, of course. And that's what your band's all about. You want to get those new followers on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You want people to keep following, and I hope I can help you guys along the way. I'll post this later on YouTube, and then I'll post it on TikTok, the visual, and
Sure.
they can follow the feed, and then they can check it out. So yeah, anything I can do for you guys, let me know, because I want to talk to you guys next year.
We'd love
Things
Thank
are when things are getting hot and you guys are ready to roll, keep in touch with me, send me stuff. I have no problem if you want me to post it or whatever.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that would be great. Thank you.
Well, thanks for your help.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. But why don't you, we're going to end this because I know you got to get into the studio. So why don't you tell the viewers where they can find all about Seems Like Tuesday?
Sure, absolutely. So we are on Facebook, Instagram, Seems Like Tuesday. We are on TikTok, Seems Like Tuesday. Our music is up on all platforms, Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, pretty much every single platform. And what is our website? Pete knows this by heart.
I would say big
Records.
.world or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Seems Like Tuesday dot big records
World.
world.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The good thing about our band is when we were choosing a name, I looked and I was like, all right, let's just call it Seems Like Tuesday because we practiced on Tuesday nights or whatever. And I looked if it was a movie, I looked if it was another band, I looked if it was a song. There's nothing. So if you hit Seems Like Tuesday, we should pop up rather quick.
Oh,
and that
yeah, for sure.
It's not like you got to go searching for it, or it's going to come up and it's a movie, or it's whatever. It should be right there. So if you look, I think it'll pop up rather quick. I don't think you're going to have to go on like a goose chase looking for it.
Right, which is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want
that
it
was
to
the whole
pop up
theory.
quickly. But thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate your time. I wanted to make sure that the viewers got to know Seems Like Tuesday, because you guys are really going to hit it hard in 23 and 24.
Thank you so much.
Well,
we
thank
really
you.
appreciate that. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, and keep in touch. Let me know what's happening.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you're gonna run into Dan Parcells again, and
Of course.
the
Sure.
guys from Rat Rod. They're amazing. So you're definitely in good company on the East Coast, and I look forward to hearing new material from you guys.
Beautiful.
We
Thank
will.
you.
We will send it to you. Thanks for your
All
time.
right. And you guys have fun in the studio tonight, and I look
Thank
forward to hearing
you.
some new stuff.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Erica. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice
We'll
to meet
see
you
again.
finally.
Yes,
care.
finally. Take care. Bye-bye. Wow. What a great young couple, great band. Seems Like Tuesday. This band is another band from the East Coast that is going to be making their way to the West Coast and the Midwest. So look out for Seems Like Tuesday. This band is going to be hot in 24. I am Carol Nevin, the Vegas Rock Goddess. Thank you again for watching. Always like and subscribe to On the Rocks Total Entertainment. And I will see you next time.